Hey guys, welcome to Etsy Print on Demand Shop Reviews. This is episode number 78. We're going to take a look at a viewer submitted Etsy shop and see what they're doing well, see what they can improve upon. Hopefully we all benefit from what we covered today, so let's get right to it. All right, the shop today is Science and Snark. Smart items for smart-ass people. I love the banner, by the way. They've got it like blending in with the wavy lines into the top of the Etsy shop. I love that they thought of doing that. Like, I used to be a front-end web developer, and this is the type of cool stuff that sometimes we would have to figure out a way to do with either images or CSS. So already that's amazing. You're a star seller. You've got 5,052 sales. So I think that puts you pretty much at the apex in the #1 spot of viewer submitted Etsy shops. Congratulations already. I'm intrigued. And it looks like you also pay for Etsy Plus because you are able to do the like customized featured items here. So that's also pretty cool. If anybody's wondering why their shop might look a little bit different than what we usually see, that is it. So you've got some categories here. Actually, you got a section science t-shirts and apparel. Why don't we take a quick peek at that? Already some really nice mock-ups. Everybody take a look at these mock-ups because I would say that they are significantly better than the average ones. You know, I'm not trying to knock any of the previous Etsy shop reviews. We are 78 deep as of this episode, and these are really good compared to a lot of the ones we normally look at. So it's worth just stopping and, you know, appreciating them. It's not just any one thing either. You know what I mean? Etsy has a vibe. Each niche kind of has a vibe too. You know, you really are selling to a target customer. If you think you have a true unisex design, maybe use a flat mockup. If most of the, well, let's be honest, I think most of the customers on Etsy are probably female. I've heard that it's as high as like 70%, but I never got like the source of that, so I'm not 100%. But selling to females doesn't seem like a bad idea on Etsy specifically. And how do you sell to a female, Ryan? It's the same design. I know, but you get to choose the primary mockup. That's the most seen mockup. You might have 10 listing images. The first mockup is the one that we see on your shop. It's the one that we see associated with that product listing in search results. It's the most important one. So if you're going to put a design on a shirt worn by a woman, well, it's subliminal messaging to your potential customer that, hey, at a minimum, if you're a girl, you're going to look good in this product, right? Also, I just like the color schemes that you chose. A lot of these like cream or ash or sand. You know, there's a lot of like similar color names for the lighter colored shirts. You know, but it looks like you got a lot of versatility as well in, you know, picking a primary thumbnail color because you've got a bunch of different colors here that we can already see, and understanding like what color product to, because again, like in your primary thumbnail you get to choose one color. I mean, I've seen thumbnails that choose multiple, but you really want to choose a color that makes your design look as best as possible. Like certain designs contrast well against typically like one color specifically, unless it's like an all white design, something like this. If your design is entirely white, you know, you can know that it's going to look just as good on a royal blue shirt as it does on a heather gray shirt, right? So, but if it's like a multicolor design, as many of yours are, you do need to, you know, pick a good color to contrast it against when it comes to the product actually that, you know, that you show it on. So anyways, long-winded way of me saying nice selection of, you know, t-shirt colors, sweatshirt colors, etc. It looks like you're in a bunch of different niches as well. That's going to help you with your sales year round. You're not just tied to any one event that comes and goes every year and you see a lull in sales between that event and it occurring again. Right? You got the science theme as well. Oh, I love that. You got like the Team Bride shirts with the atomic periodic table. Sorry, the atomic elements, right? This is awesome. And you even switched up the colors. I mean, genius. What's not to love here? You got the videos, multiple mock-ups, size charts. Yeah, this is really nice. Shop policies. Join the newsletter, get 20% off. Oh, look at that. Or look at the description. Okay, let's check out the description. Sorry for interrupting. I wanted to let you know that linked in the description, you can find my free print on demand mini course that is completely new for 2023. If you sign up, it'll help you get your first sale. And down there, you'll find a link to my Print on Demand Facebook group. I hope you'll join the community. All right, down here towards the bottom, learn more about this. Get 20% off your order. You've got a bit.ly link. Let's see what it looks like. Awesome. So you're using Aweber. All right, I love that. I am an Aweber guy myself. And so this is a simple landing page. You can set this up in minutes on Aweber. The lower priced plans doesn't mean that you have to break the bank to do this, and you're building a real business. This is something that if you're running a targeted niche shop, I think you should really consider doing. Everybody who buys from this shop to some extent is going to be interested in the science aspect. You know what I mean? And it's not like you're running short of ideas for science themed shirts and science themed designs and products. You've got almost 1,000 live. So I've said in the past, I don't think you need to do a niche store, but if you choose to, make sure it's a niche you're familiar with, that you're comfortable with, that you bring personal, some knowledge to, I would say, so that you don't get stuck at 50 designs and then run out of ideas. Science being a fun one, but guys, we don't have to copy the store. Hopefully you can come up with something else. And then they're building their email list so they can remarket to people knowing really nothing about them other than that they are interested in science and science themed apparel, which they just so happen to be selling. I love this. Going a little bit above and beyond and building an email list. And then if you want to take that list and send them to a Shopify store instead of an Etsy store, I mean, are you supposed to do that? Probably not. But hey, I'm just saying Etsy still gives us access to the customer emails. So it is what it is. But ultimately, what is going to help us become successful print-on-demand sellers? You've got over 5,000 sales. You are a successful print-on-demand seller. To me, it's doing enough research to find designs that people are actually looking to buy, right? That are validated in the sense that, because we don't always get full data. We don't know if someone typed in funny science shirt and then clicked a shirt that says, according to science, this is not a frog, not a tree, not a baby. You get what I'm saying? Maybe not funny. Maybe this wasn't a good example. I was just kind of saying, we don't know what they typed in before they clicked and purchased a shirt. But there are definitely indicators, for instance, there are tools like Everbee that will count sales on Etsy. There are tools like Podly that will give us BSR sales estimates, BSR-based sales estimates on Amazon. So find designs that sell, create good versions of the designs, right? You don't need to copy paste somebody else's designs. Make it your own, put your own spin on it. Mock it up in a way that appeals to people that would be interested in purchasing it. It doesn't have to be beloved by everybody. Know who your target customer is, make it appealing to them, and then mock it up, because it's Etsy here. They give us the freedom to do this, to choose mock-ups. They don't just force us to do a product photo on a white background like Amazon, and make it appealing, right? Good color contrast, good size contrast with regards to how it's rendered in that primary thumbnail. Is the design super zoomed out and impossible to read unless you click and look? Or is it easy to see at a glance, read at a glance? The customer knows exactly what they're purchasing. It's a heather mauve shirt with the never trust an atom, they make up everything design printed on it, right? In a good color scheme. That's ultimately it, and then it's a battle for visibility. Over a longer time horizon, you tend to make more sales, which sends a strong signal to the algorithm that, and you start to outperform your competition, even with no ads. You can still, assuming you have good looking designs that are mocked up really well, you know what I mean? Good listings. You'll have a higher click-through rate and a higher conversion rate, hopefully, than your competition. You start to climb and improve your organic rank. And with time, you become more and more successful, right? The snowball starts to pick up speed, but you can expedite that process as well by putting a little quarter in the machine to pay to play, right? My analogy for running Etsy ads, what you're really doing is purchasing visibility, and ultimately that can help you get where you want to be even faster. And as long as you have good listings, which I think this shop is a great example of, and of course, guys, I'm going to link to Science and Snark in the description so you can check it out for yourself, maybe just study it on your own time. It's never a bad idea to take a hint from shops that are performing really well, that have achieved what you're hoping to achieve for yourself. I know the average viewer probably doesn't have 5,000 sales on their Etsy shop yet, but no reason to be ashamed. You'll get there. Just adhere to all the best practices. Keep showing up and putting in the work. Guys, thank you for watching this Etsy shop review. This was a great one, I think. I love it when we get to really look at a successful established shop. So that was a pleasure doing this one. Please let me know, let the YouTube algorithm know if you liked it by hitting that like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this shop, if you have any feedback, questions, etc. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new top 5 niches of the week video.